Good morning. Top of the day to you. It's Friday. Woo-hoo. Friday morning. That don't mean nothing to me. Friday, Monday. All I know is get up and work. Yeah, all right. How you guys doing? Uh, it's hot today, guys. It's going to be hot. It's still. There's not a breeze at all out here this morning on this porch. Good morning, Suzanne and Jacob. Good morning, buddy. Jessica, one lady, Chris, good morning. Got a little upset because all we keep saying is good morning to folks. Sorry, that's the way we are. That's the way we are here. We say good morning to each other. We chat with each other. We tell each other we love you, and we do. And we pray for different ones that need it. Well, I all need it, right? Uh, yeah, and we sing. Yeah, that's probably why she got out of here. Couldn't take no more saying. Done hurt herself. Anyway, listen, I just joke. Uh, uh, little updates on Ronnie's brother. As of last night, they let him go back home. He's still on hospice, but he had improved a lot, and they sent him back home. Uh, yeah, I told Ronnie a while back, Ronnie, Donnie's had these here close calls several times and then just bounced back, and hopefully that's going to be the same thing this time. He'll just bounce back and get back on his feet again. But anyway, and Ronnie went to the doctor yesterday. I don't mind him. I don't guess he's gonna mind me telling you this. Uh, he went and had some X-rays done because Ronnie knew he wasn't straight up like me. He needed X-rays to see where he was kinked. He got a lot of kinks in him. Most of them between his ears. That's where most of his kinks are. But anyway, then they sent him over to a chiropractor, and he kind of worked Ronnie over pretty good. And he's gonna have to go back to him 2 or 3 days a week, but he's gonna get all them kinks out of him. Good luck. Good luck with that. Anyway, he called last night. He said, "Look, buddy," he says, "I'm not gonna pick on you. I'm tired. I'm sore. I'm gonna just go to bed." Well, good night, Ronnie. And he may still be asleep. I don't know. I hadn't talked to him this morning yet. Good morning, folks out there. Try to catch up on some of his names. Carol and Jennifer and Hatari, good morning. Christina, Bill, hey, good Bill. Uh, Lisa, Dot, Dana Kay, Angela, Anthony. Is that Anthony? I thought it was. The names are fading. The words are brighter, but as they come across, sometimes it comes so fast you can't catch the names. Uh, Maybe if my eyes wasn't faded, I could. Uh, Christina and Nancy, good morning. Today is Friday. Uh, I've got a lot to do today. I'm serious. I don't think Ben's coming. So it's going to be me and Kim, and I think Steph can't come today. Yesterday I had a good crew. Well, I have a good crew every day. I'll be honest, I do. I pick on them, but they need it. But yesterday I had Steph and Steph's mom, Bree, and Kim, and G, and myself, and 3 little rats running around. Little old Coda Bear was here, uh, Carter was here, and so was little Cash. And so they was just back and forth, but G was watching them mainly. But they got 20 sheets of the plywood stained in one day. Now, and that was only Bree and Kim doing that because Steph and her mom were painting the other rooms. In my opinion, they're finished. They look good. The stained plywood is, this plywood here you're looking at here, it's going to be stained today. It may not be nobody here but me and Kim. She said she'll be over later. She has an appointment and she got to pick up groceries. And I got I got Coda Bear. Probably have Carter too. You never know. Coda Bear had a sleepover. So unless she goes with G, I'll be watching her too. But we're gonna take this in and stain it and just prop it upside the walls for Ted to, when he comes tomorrow, he can just go at it. And there's a few. There's a few have got some flaws. Like I'm looking at one right here has a flaw on it, and I would not want to use it. I'm going to try to look at something. See on the backs of them, they have that print across. There's words print across the grade and all that kind of stuff. It's done at the factory, Well, there's 2 or 3 in here that evidently when they're printing them and stacking them, printing and stacking them, the ink wasn't completely dried and it left like lines, ink lines on a couple of those on the good side, So Kim says, Dad, don't worry about that. I said, if I'd have saw that, I'd have sent them back. But there's in a stack, you can't tell the man to wait. She said, we'll put those in the kitchen. Kim, she's smart. And she seriously is. She said, we'll put those in the kitchen, Dad, with that line be behind the cabinet, you'll never see it. There's only 2 or 3 of them like that. Yeah, you okay, Kim? I didn't brag on her, but I told you, in my mind, I'm thinking, that girl's smart. Took after her daddy, not her mama. Anyway, good morning there, Piggy, Ricardo, Reba, Peggy Irwin. What am I going to do with you? Sing you a song one of these days, Peggy. See your picture. Blow your mind. Anyway, there's Kim. Yeah, Kim is talented. Sonia, good morning. She really is. And we're going to, and then plus not only taking these 6 in and doing them, which won't take that long, and this one's flawed, which has got a chunk knocked out of it. That's what the problem is down here. And that happened after it's made. It's probably in shipping at some point. We'll put it off to one side and not use it if it's not necessary. I think there'll be probably a couple of sheets left over, and then that'll just be one of them. If not, they may use something cut off on one of them. I don't think they will. If they do, we'll try to use it in some way. But anyway, I'll take y'all in a little bit and show you the stain. I'm going to tell you about the stain. I think my Monday video will tell you all about it, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about it this morning. Good morning from Australia. Good morning over there. Or down there, down under. Yeah, that's a down under. We bought some stain on paper. On paper, it looked pretty. It was nice. And gee, you didn't want to get too dark, and it's okay. That's fine. I like dark. I don't mind dark, But she wanted to kind of stay light, and so. Steph brought about 5, 6 different cans down here of stain. We're going to test on one sheet, just little splaces to rub it in, see how it looked. And I had some good suggestions from some of you folks too. But anyway, so they're doing that. And Kim had a can that she had, I'm not going to call it homemade, but it was something she had brewed together by combining a couple. And she had it wrote down, her little recipe wrote down. And she put it on there, and I walked in the door, and I'm looking at all these little patterns of what they've done. Which one you like, PawPaw? Well, that one right here. That was the one Kim had mixed up. And Bree said, yeah, I do too. And Steph says, yeah, I do too. But you got all these other all kinds of colors. And that's where's the one we bought. Yeah, over here, I didn't like it at all. It didn't look nothing like that little sign they show you. Anyway, I said, well, can't take it back. And Steph said, if you're not going to use it, I'll take it. I said, sweetie, that's your paycheck right there. You can have it for all this work you're doing. She was happy to get it. Not that I'm cheap. No, I ain't cheap. But anyway, but this morning we got to take everything out of that room except for our stain that we're going to be using. Everything's got to come out on this porch, because when they get here to work, all they want in there is the plywood and sawhorses, Everything else got to come out on the porches. So it's a pretty good job for me today, and I mean Kim will help me, I know that, but and then Saturday, tomorrow, I promised Dustin, I said, look here, if you're off, and he said, yeah, I should be off. I said, if you're off, you'll come over early, not too late. I'll make you breakfast. And you and I, mainly him, he knows that, we'll clean the porch off. We'll take stuff that goes to Steph's, back to Steph, stuff that goes to Dan's, back to Dan, stuff that goes to Kim, back to Kim. And all these things we're going to leave here is the stuff we're going to be continually needing, like screws and stuff like that, and our tools. But like all this paint supplies and all that stuff can be leaving here. And the stain will keep it for touch-ups, you know. But anyway, so Kim said, well, Dad, I don't have enough of this stain to do all of it. She said, oh, well, I have to go back and get some more. And I said, okay. So I'm sitting on the porch yesterday morning, in all seriousness. I'm sitting there and I'm just, in my mind, it's kind of going back and forth. Is G going to be happy with that stain? I would be. And Dan them come over that night, him and Lou, and they walked in the door and says, I like this one. Pointed right at the one Kim had mixed up. And so I said, G, she said, drinking our coffee, I says, are you sure you're going to be happy with that? Because, you know, we don't want to put it up the walls and, you know, you have, you know, you don't like it and it's going to be there. You know, we can't go back in unless you're going to paint over it. It can't, you know, it ain't going to change. She says, let's pray about it. Okay? So we sat there on the porch, on the porch, and we prayed about it. And we left it in God's hands with Kim. I throw that in there. I said, Kim, God just let God guide Kim to do how she does it, and she let her pick it. If it goes wrong, if somebody don't like it, you're going to have to talk to somebody upstairs. Yeah, not me. So anyway, so Kim got here. I said, baby, as we prayed, God's going to guide you in doing what we need on these walls. Well, thanks a lot, Dad. Put it all on me. I said, no, the good Lord's going to help you with it. And they come back, and she brought her mix. And she's in her cans mixing them. Now I had this, and then I had this. Okay, and it come out perfect, just like she said. All right, good morning, Carrie. How you doing? From North Carolina. All right, there's Dallas. Good morning, Karen Owen, without the S. Karen sent me a picture of her and that lady that's 103 years old. That's a really pretty picture. And I was telling her, I said, can you imagine? I'd love to be 103 one day and still be here and know what I know now and able to get around as good as I get around. But you know, that's a rare thing. But that lady is just as spry at 103. Now, she drove until she was 99. Drove. She don't drive good now. I drive great. Anna Maria, good morning. Stephanie Williams, good morning. Jackie Wood, good morning. Reba Kraken, is that Kraken? Peggy, good morning. Kitty, Anne Maria Piazza, Nana Kay, Shelby, Judy. Okay, Judy's gonna have a birthday this weekend, okay? So we're gonna not forget that. I'm gonna write that down right now because yeah, Judy, okay. Also, and we were praying, in your prayers, remember Christine. She's going to have surgery in the next few days. Don't know exactly when. And I know Lester and Jay and them still distraught, I guess the word would be, with their animals up there and losing, having that problem they had. Keep them, all those folks in your prayers. It's hard when you lose an animal, especially one you raised. You know what I mean? You raised all mine here, are home raised. Everything I got out there, even uh, Moses, he come here at 6 months old, but everything been home raised here, you know. And but when you raise one on a bottle, and that you become like mom or dad to them, and you are that to them, and they lose that thought of it being a species of them other animals. Or they don't look at themselves like that. They look at themselves like you, and it's that same way with little old Ginger and Marianne and Baby. They don't like goats. They don't like goats. They tolerate goats, but they don't like them. And the goats don't like them because they know they're different. And uh, and I can't wait to get moved over here. And I'm gonna put them right here behind me in this little pasture here. They'll keep all that brush heat down, and they're not gonna bother. I'll build a little shelter for them. They're not gonna bother Bree's chickens. They're not gonna bother my bees. I put a little thing in front of the bees, and they'll be right here, and they'll be happy as little goats can be. But they don't know they're goats. They don't know they're goats. And you take like little old Owen and little old Dot, and you can't help it. I miss them every day. I do. I just they was always there at that fence waiting on me. And even if they was out in the pasture, I could call them their name, not goat or come on babies and all that. Just Owen, Dot. You hear the little guys crying, here they come. Just running little tails. I miss that. All right, good morning, Karen and Carol Sweet. Good morning. If any of you guys are new, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're new on here today, I hope you'll enjoy the visit with us. We do it 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 o'clock in Plum Grove, Texas. What time might be for you. And if you can't watch it then, watch it later. Got lots of folks say, I can't see it at 8. Your time at 8, I'm either at work or it's middle of the night here or it's whatever, but I'll watch it later. And they enjoy it. That makes us happy. And 3 days a week, and people say, oh, why don't you do it 5? But I sometimes struggle to do it 3 days a week, to be honest with you. Not struggle, but it's in my mind when I go to bed that night before, I don't want to oversleep. Got to get up. This morning I woke up at 5 something, and I thought, if I go back to sleep at 5 o'clock, what if I oversleep? So I got up. It's about 5:30. And I'd be getting up anyway about around 6 or so. So I got up and went and made my coffee and kicked back on the couch, and watched a little bit of stuff on YouTube and stuff, and read some comments. Oh, no, listen, that trike, that is an awesome little trike, guys. It really is. It's more fancy than the blue one, but it does everything the blue one, the blue older one does, and they're expensive. I mean, I didn't buy that. It's a promotional thing, and I enjoy doing it for them. But I didn't think about when I picked that color. That was G's color. And if she saw it, I can't say it wasn't for you, baby. That'd be horrible. I didn't get it for you. Because she immediately saw it. She said, oh, thank you so much for getting me you got it in my color? Yeah, baby. Yeah. Looks like I got a birthday for Kathy. Write that down here. And I know y'all not gonna tell her. I know ain't one person who likes to rat me out. That's old Ronnie. He likes to tell her stuff about me. Yeah, she loved it. She come out, she put cash in it, in that little basket back there. It was Woody's basket. It's Woody's basket. And took off the cash. And oh, don't feel bad. It's fine. I'll still drive it. She can't. If she's on it, I'll drive the blue one. I love the blue one. And I carry tools around that blue one all the time. If I don't have tools, then I got Woody back there, or a sack of feed, or some treats. But they're fun to ride. They're big tires like that. You can go all the way back in the deep grass and stuff. But yeah, she likes it, and I was glad she liked it. Yeah, baby, I got it just for you. Little lie, but it's a good intentional lie. Uh, okay. Yeah, she wrote that thing. She loved it. Uh, yeah, I do spoil her. I have a problem with it about that. Spoiling people. I spoiled y'all by singing or my kazoo playing. I didn't bring my kazoo this morning. I didn't bring it out with me this morning. Uh, I'm waiting to Sunday. Hopefully, we're gonna have lunch at our house again this week. Well, this because Dan and Lou gonna be out of town. Don't know where they're going. They're gonna be gone. It's Dan's turn, and so the kazoos are at my house. So when they all come, there'll be a kazoo for whoever's there to blow it. Uh, okay. Danielle, was it Daniel or Danielle's birthday? Uh, wasn't for sure. Uh, I, I'm not sure. I think it was, oh, Daniel. Okay, Daniel. Okay. Happy birthday, Daniel. Okay, good. I got it down here. All right. As soon as we get the house done. Oh yes, y'all heard about the story of Steph and the puppies. I guess to give you a quick update. Some of you guys don't watch Steph. The other morning and or other day, she's out there in her garage or whatever. Here comes this old mama dog with 4 puppies just down the street, up the driveway, right on in the garage, right where she's at, wagging her old tail. So Steph said, "Oh my Lord, what am I going to do?" And cause see some folks that just moved down the street there, and I guess that's probably they left them maybe. It may not. They may have come from somewhere else, but anyway. Uh, Whew, 4 puppies and a dog. So she starts calling around. Anybody, I got a dog and sending pictures to everybody in the family. Got a dog, 4 puppies. Anybody want a puppy? Yeah, they're strays. I'm feeding them and they're all hungry and I'm feeding them. And so many folks have sent food and stuff for her to help feed them dogs. Well, so Bud gets a crate and everything, and they loving them, playing with them and stuff like that. And so when y'all get attached, you gonna have a bunch of dogs at your house. Don't bring them out. I got 6. I got 6 already. So anyway, Bud goes out, go to work or whatever, and they had them in a crate, a big crate there, so they don't get out on the road. And didn't look, but they're outside the crate. There's 4 of them outside the crate. He said, "How'd they get out?" He looked around. Well, there's still 4 in the crate. Now we got 8. And they're all litter mates. You can tell they all litter mates looking at them. So he goes and gets his security camera footage out, and there it is. Here tonight, here she comes with 4 more. Now they got 8. I don't know if they've given any of them away. She's trying to give them away. They may be stuck with a mama and 8 puppies. Then they got their own dogs too. Good morning, Vera. Uh, haven't seen Steve yet. I'm trying to think, did Steve say something? They had something to do today. I can't remember. Uh, yeah, there's Vera. She's feeling better, I'm guessing. Or if not, she'll be on my case here in a minute. Yeah, there's Steve. Okay, good. Steve's here. Good. Susan here hurt her leg. I always thought she broke it here a while back, Steve's wife. But she's okay. She's on the mend. On the mend. She better get all back up and going before garden time next year, because he's going to need her. He's going to need her out there in the crops. My little garden. My pansy garden, as Ronnie said. Yeah, I had some cucumbers that went to seed, just 4 or 5. I guess it dropped off or whatever, went to seed. I didn't pick them or whatever. And little plants come up. And doggone if they ain't doing good. And it's so hot, I didn't look forward to do anything, but I water them. So the other day I went ahead and planted 4 or 5 more along with them just to see if they're going to make it. And then Jimmy sent me this recipe of mixing this here, uh, what it is, yeah, sugar and yeast, a big tablespoon of each in a liter of water, I think he said. Stir it all up, let it sit for a couple hours, then mix it with 3 or 4 liters of water, and then pour it on your plants. Well, I did that just to see, because you see all these little recipes coming on TV. You know, everybody got this, do this, your crop just goes crazy, you know, and how real that stuff is, I don't know, you know. But yeah, thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Hit like and subscribe. There you go. Michelle looks out for me. Uh, we're going to talk about the house just a minute, Nancy. So anyway, you see all these little recipes, you know, and I tried that one. We're going to see if it makes a difference. Okay, in the house, we will, where the plywood comes together, you know, on the floor where there might be little seams, we will fill those seams in with like a caulk, you know, so it'd be good and smooth. Then we will paint the floors to seal them. And then we will put down linoleum. She knows, in fact, I'm looking at some right here beside me for the laundry room. They're gonna get the same kind throughout the whole house. And so that's the color she liked, and they will put down linoleum on top of that. But that'll be one of the latter things, we do, you know. And from that point on, it'll be I guess start to move stuff in. We'll put down. Well, I take that back. Kim says they're gonna put it. Kim says at least the kitchen part before they put the cabinets in. So the cabinets will be sitting on top of it instead of cutting up to it, cutting out around it. Cabinets will actually be sitting on it. I don't know the purpose of that, but if Kim likes that idea, it's okay with me. All right, somebody got shingles. All right, somebody got some prayers for that, because that stuff is very, very, very painful, and they have shots for it, and I haven't taken it. I think G did. I think it come in 2 shots, and I think she only took 1. So, anyway, I didn't get to see who had the shingles. But anyway, pray for that, okay? You love my cap thing? Do I look dapper? You guys always make sure, if you want to get old Ronnie kind of stirred up, you tell me how dapper I look. He can't stand it. Oh yeah, I had a lot of fun with him. Funny thing is, quick story about him and his friend Jimmy. I call him Sweet Jimmy sometimes just to aggravate Ronnie. Jimmy is really a nice guy. I met Jimmy when I was in Louisiana. Really nice guy. He's a Bigfoot enthusiast like myself. So we got a lot in common. You know, we know we believe in Bigfoot. And I can aggravate Ronnie because they're good friends. How I met Jimmy. But I'll tell Ronnie something. I talked to Sweet Jimmy this morning. Yeah, I don't care. You and Jimmy both can tell me something bad. And then Jimmy, I call him and tell him, I just talked to PawPaw. I don't care. You know, we stir him up. And sometimes I'll tell him, I just had a conversation with Jim, my dear friend in Louisiana. Hey, Ricardo, how you doing, buddy? You got to have fun with folks. You know, you got to. Christine's had her shingle shots. I need to. Peggy has too. Talked to Peggy the other day. Enjoyed that. Morning, Ricardo. I saw you live the other day. I didn't get to stay long. I was there for a little bit, buddy. Uh, I need to take mine, and she probably got to take hers to do a do-over, probably, because she didn't do both of them. I think it come in two shots. And because people have got this stuff, whew, Lord, they go through a lot of pain. Uh, Things break out all over them, in places it just hurts, burns and hurts. Yeah, they make you sore. I get my pneumonia shot every 5 years, something like that. I get it. I get a flu shot every year. Uh, a lot of folks don't. If you do, you do. You don't, you don't. I always do. I got pneumonia one year, and my doctor told me, says, you need to take a pneumonia shot as often as give them. I don't think they give them every year. I don't think. And because when I go, I tell them whatever I'm ready for, just give it to me. Just stick it in. Well, I got to put it in the backside, sir. Okay. I'll tell you a funny story about that. I stuck a piece of rusted wire in my hand years and years ago. And boy, my old hand puffed up. I thought, oh, Lord, I'm going to get lockjaw or whatever, tetanus, on this thing. So I took off to the doctor, the old fellow in Cleveland. I'd known him all my life. And went in to see him, and he said, "Woo, Lord, boy," he says, he took some blood samples and whatever else I think they did. But anyway, he says, we just barely getting to this in time. He says, I'm going to give you a shot this morning. It's going to come in a series of 3. And he says, I want you to come back. He knew I taught. And he says, come before school. Just come to the door. The nurse will let you in, and she'll give you the shot. I don't need to be here. So she come in and give me a shot in the butt, and it, boy, it hurt. It was one of them old big old long syringes, needle I think, like kind of a spinal tap. Yeah. And ooh. So I go to work. Next morning, I take off the doctor's office before school, and I knock on the door, and the nurse, because they're not open yet, she opened the door. She says, yes, sir, come on in. And so I go in, and she got the needle already. And drop your pants, Mr. Marr. I did. So the next morning, the third morning here, I take off up there. And I knock on the door with, it was a different nurse. And I think they wanted to take turns trying to hurt me. And she said, oh, yeah, come on in. What is your name? I said, oh, Lord, they're going to give me something I don't need. And I told her, she said, oh, yeah. She said, I just didn't recognize you. I said, no, you didn't recognize me. You've been looking at the other end. And then she took it out on me then. Tried to hurt me. You ever had them shot where they don't, some sticking me in some like that with that needle? Yeah, some of them do. Me and G took some COVID shots, so we didn't take them this time, the last time around. We took, I don't know, maybe we took all we were supposed to. We took 2 or 3, I think. I'll tell you why. I don't know how all that stuff would work. I don't know. Uh, but there was a man at school that drove a bus with me before that stuff all come out. What was going on? And he was coming to work there 2 or 3 days, coughing, running a fever. Everybody think, oh, he get the flu, he's got a cold, bad cold, whatever. And this Christmas holidays coming up, and that day before the holidays, I wasn't there, I was on my route, but he'd come to work, and he'd run a hot fever. Couldn't hardly breathe. And the boss says, you can't drive like that, you need to go on back home, and I think it was like on a Friday, and the holiday starting, right then. and you go to the doctor, get something for that, and we'll see you back here when holidays are over. And they almost had to help him back to his truck. He was so weak. And they offered to call his daughter to come get him. He said, "No, I can drive." So anyway, he left. About 3 days later, he had died. And he was in the hospital. They put him in the hospital that day, and he died. And then and nobody was thinking about COVID at the time because it wasn't really out yet. Nobody knew anything about COVID. And did he have COVID? I don't know. We were all exposed, if that was the case. But I mean, nobody like right in his face, but still, we're all in the same room, coming in, checking out, doing our time sheets and stuff. So everybody was exposed, but I got sick. And I knew he had died. And I thought, oh man, I liked the guy too. And then I get sick. I think it's New Year's Eve, and Dan's having like a little, just everybody come over, have some snacks and stuff, watching New Year come in. And I was running fever all that day. And I told G, I was coughing. I said, "I'm not going. Y'all go without me. I don't want to be around nobody." And did I have a touch of it, or was it just a flu? I don't know. I didn't go to the doctor. I got over it. A couple of days later, I kept taking them Tylenol, popping them like like a drug addict, and to keep that fever down. And finally, I got over it. But then the word COVID comes out, and everybody gets scared to death. Then about if anybody was sick, oh, you got COVID, you got COVID. You had to wear a mask everywhere you went. Yeah. You'd pass people on the road, coming down the road by themselves, air conditioner going, mask on. Okay? I don't blame you. Go ahead. Might be something come through the vent. Anyway, I don't know what kind of idea Ronnie had, Michelle, but I guarantee it wasn't a good one. Yeah, lots. Uh, you see so much, cancer out there, so many diseases that. Cousin I was talking one day, he said, "I think we probably poison ourselves. That's how we get all these different things, because the stuff we eat's got so much stuff in it. The air we breathe's got so much stuff being dumped out there in the air, and the the water we drink, who knows what's in it, Thumbs up for your PawPaw. Thank you. All right. Okay. Let's kind of make sure we got all of our names on our birthdays. Yeah, cuz ain't wrong. I believe him too. I think we're poisoning ourselves. Roberta's World is a 2-time cancer survivor. That's so awesome. Praise God for that. Uh, uh, yeah, Ronnie needs to get and I would gladly give Ronnie the shots he needs. Yeah, and not that I want to see his backside, but that's where I'd put every one of them. And I'd use the biggest. I'd use livestock needles. Yeah, livestock needles. You see, dropping pins, boy. All right, here we go. Now I'm gonna write there. I got Judy, Kathy, and Daniel. Anybody else out there? You can have a birthday yesterday, today, tomorrow, or Sunday. It's your choice where you get that birthday. And I'm gonna sing to you. All right. I'm just watching for them. A lot of folks, Debbie, you're not the only one that don't take the shots. There's a lot of Dan them won't take them. Dan and Lou don't take them. A lot of folks just don't want to take them, don't agree with it, or whatever. You don't believe in them or whatever. That's fine. It's your choice. Life should be about a choice, as long as it don't infect, hurt someone else. We should be able just to kind of go about our business, as long as it don't bother somebody else or getting somebody else's territory or whatever. Uh, Atari never took it. Yeah. Atari sent me a picture the other day. Pretty lady. Uh, yeah. Okay. Okay. I did not see no more names for birthdays. So I think it's only three we've got. Uh, I think someone said their father-in-law died from the shot. I think there has been some reactions, negative reactions to some of the stuff that probably not only that shot, you know, probably not only that shot, gas. Uh, my mom almost passed away from penicillin, allergic to it, didn't know it. And I forget what she needed for. She went doctor's office, and they gave her a shot of penicillin, and within an hour or so, she was in a hospital, and they was doing all kinds of stuff to, counteract it. You go into the doctor's office and say, "Are you allergic to anything?" Well, yeah, not that I know of. What you got in mind? Okay, yeah, we're ready, Cynthia. Uh, is that Layla? Leah? Leah? Okay, Leah. I'm gonna say it as Leah. If I'm wrong, Leah, join the crowd getting your name mispronounced by PawPaw. You won't be the first. And I guarantee you. Oh, it's Leela. Is it Leela or Leah? Well, whichever. You'll know who it's to. Uh, I'm known for bad pronunciations. I missed that day at school. They taught it back in Plum Grove Elementary. I remember, and I missed that day. I forget the reason. Probably played hooky. Anyway, okay. So I've got four names. I got Judy, Kathy, Daniel, and Layla. Layla. Okay. That's it. I shouldn't have to warn y'all. I don't have to worry about Daniel. He's a guy. Guys you know, don't affect guys like that. But I'd always like to put that warning out there if because already two people didn't pay attention to my warnings about when I sing about biting themselves, and they have. They bit themselves. Thomas said the lady up there by him or in Alaska, it was brutal. It was brutal what she did. Almost turned herself inside out biting, just a snapping. Finally bit both elbows. That's hard to do. You try to, right now, each one of y'all, right now, I want to see y'all if y'all can touch your elbow. Kiss your elbow. You ain't got to bite it, kiss it. Ain't gonna happen. If it does, you about triple jointed. Yeah, you're triple jointed or even more. Okay, so here we go. Okay. Happy happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Judy, Kathy, Daniel, Layla. That's free. Happy birthday to you. Cha cha cha. Somebody always puts that cha cha cha. Come on, let's see it. Who does it? Yeah, and many more. Yeah, Lester can go on forever about the other little verses. You know, go to the store, your pants are tore, buy some more. Don't forget you. Yeah, there we go, Molly. Cha cha cha. Don't forget your underwear and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Uh, but I love it when we sing on Sundays. Because Dustin and Buddy for sure, and Bree's starting to try to get to do it too, I think. She's trying. Raising kids, you should be long winded. You need to be long-winded if you get raised kids. And she tried it too, but uh, they when at the end of the song, like "Happy Birthday to You," and they go on forever. I don't see how they hold that much air inside to do that forever. I can do it for a little bit, but not like them guys. So they're really good at it. Okay, we're fixing to turn this around because I'm a high-tech man. Lester taught me how to hit that little button up there, that little, and all of a sudden it don't cut me off. We can walk in and we'll show you that stain. And there are gonna be some say, "Oh, it's too dark. Oh, it's this, it's that, or whatever." It's okay. It's done. It's a done deal. It's something you ain't got to look at every day. But just remember, we prayed about it. So Kim, Kim did it, and she'll tell you real quick. That's what the good Lord led her to do. But regardless, it is what it is, and it's gonna stay that way. I think it's gonna be nice. Uh, we will put little battens, little boards, little trim boards, all the way around the top, and it'll be all the way around the floor too. It's not going to be that fancy stuff. It's going to be like little 1x4s, and they'll be stained. And little battens coming down over the seams of where the plywood joins, and probably one like in the center. So I'm going to tell Ted when they're putting it up, especially if they use screws. Screws are very noticeable. And screws is good. I like using screws. I'll be honest with you. Screws, if you want to take something back down, you ain't got to pry and pull and tear stuff up. Back that screw out and just come right out. I love using screws. Haven't always. I learned it when I started teaching school in that shop. We use screws on almost everything. And I'll tell you a quick story before we go inside. The school was notorious. Notorious. We had 10 principals, 9 principals in 10 years. Think about that. We had one principal that lasted 10 years. He was an awesome guy. And then after he left, he said, boom, 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 boom. And every year that principal would come, he would want to make changes about stuff. And sometimes they'd call over maintenance, go, "We get this done in a certain classroom." Get this. They said, "Well, you can, but it might be Christmas or it might be whenever. We're busy. But call Mr. Morrow over there. He might be able to do it for you." You know, him and his class. And most things we could. We built playgrounds. And we did all kinds of stuff. But anyway, this one principal come in and he wanted to build take a classroom, a vacant classroom. I don't think none of them are vacant no more. And make a drama like where they do plays. Want a stage built. Wanted petitions around for like a little petitioned off right in the center for the camera stuff, to video it stuff, all kinds of stuff. And so he called me and we went in and we looked at it. He said, "Can you do it?" I said, "Well, yeah, we can do it." And he said, "Well, you get all the material," and he told me, had a little rough drawing of what he wanted. I said, "Okay, yeah, we'll take care of it." And we did. Went out, they bought 3/4 inch plywood for the stage, 2x6s, put all, for the floor. And the plywood on top of that gives it, it raised up off the main floor. So you had a stage. And we built everything out of 3/4 inch plywood and 2x6s and 2x4 stuff. Because I knew, and I used screws to put it together. Because I knew next year they probably wouldn't want it there no more. They'd want to use that classroom again, and that stuff has to come out of there. But you know when it comes out, it's going to go out to our shop, and we're going to use it out in our shop doing all kinds of stuff. Got to think ahead. So we did. Went in there, we put that thing nice. It was come out nice too. And they used it the whole year. And sure enough, just like I wrote it down, next year we had a new principal. Yeah. I don't know why they couldn't keep principals. And the first thing, you take that stuff back out of there, we did that classroom. Oh yeah, yeah, we'll do it. All right, we're gonna go in and look at this stuff here. I hope you guys will like it. It's what it's gonna be, regardless, and give you a little walkthrough. Uh, I came over yesterday, and they're in there just staying away, and the fumes would knock you down. It's strong. I say, guys, y'all gonna get high in here. This stuff ain't good for you. You need to open the door. And Steph said, yeah, I agree with that, because I'm seeing two PawPaws. I said, well, you're being blessed. Yeah. I think the other comments I got wasn't so nice. So let's go in there, and I'll show you the color, and I'll show you some of the stuff we got to move out of there. Okay. All right. Y'all ready? I'm gonna turn this around. Uh, Here we go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna leave it on the tripod, guys, so it makes it a little bit more awkward, but it also, and I got to move all my furniture back on here and these plants back on there. We moved that the other day to bring the tractor up there to lift that plywood. Let's go, boys. Lead the way, Woody. My main worker. Woody needs a haircut. Probably take him next week. Get caught up. Okay. All the stuff you see around the walls has got to come out, except for the sawhorses. The bathtub, we'll move it back into one of the other rooms. It gets moved everywhere. But all this stuff, except for the stain, is coming out. All that stuff over there. We'll leave a couple of chairs for them guys to take breaks in. All right. Now, this is the color. I personally, as you see that line, you see that line across there? That's one of them that's going to be used in the kitchen. It's paint off the one that's stacked on top of it. I wish I'd have seen that or knew that it's like that before. We can lay this aside maybe, but Kim says it's not a big deal, Dad. It'll go back on the kitchen wall. I love the color. See, that's what I was hoping all of them would look like, and that's what most of them do look like. They don't have all the other stuff. But anyway, it's really, really neat. That's the color. So I hope y'all like it. That's Kim's mixture. And everybody that's come in so far has seen it, so thank you guys. Looks like a, looks like a honey. Anyway, thank y'all so much. Anyway, our job today is to be moving stuff around, taking the, this room has been, there's no light in here yet, but let's just open the door, you can see a little bit better. See, yeah, it's where the washing machine is set here and plug in. And anyway, my job's cut out for me this morning. Plus, I got to do a gifts and goodies video today for tomorrow. And I'll add something to it. There's only a few things to open up out there, so we'll add something to it. So y'all have a video, probably some work we do in here maybe. Okay. Little Dakota Bear come over yesterday, and G says, where's your room? She took off, it's my room. I says, where's PawPaw's? In here, in here, in here. Hey, you little oaky kid. In here. Anyway, and then we got to cut a piece for up here. We haven't done that yet. It's got to be cut, and we'll try to cut like a door in it. Kim said we can put it up there and paint it and cut a door later or whatever, but we'll get that done. So anyway, that's where we're at, guys. And we'll bring those others in, lay them on these sawhorses, and stain them and prop them up too. And when Ted comes tomorrow, I'll say you come to one with the lines on them. Try to use those in the kitchen on that back wall because they'll be covered with cabinets. And he'll do that. Okay. That's where we at, folks. Woody said, I can't take them fumes. No, sir. Just because I went inside don't mean you get my chair. This is not right, son. She gets out of her rocker, and he runs and hops in it. And she comes back. She goes to the kitchen to get something. Hop up, buddy. You got to get up, Buster. Come on. Come on, son. Oh, goodness. You got to deal with people like that. I love you, Buster. All right. Turn it back around here, guys. Okay. Y'all had the tour. Uh, yeah, but he gets in her chair every time she gets up. And she, Buster, you got to move. And he'll get up, come over, hop up beside me. My chair that they bought me is nice. It's a nice chair. I like it. It's not quite big enough for me and both my boys. Now, one boy and I can sit in it okay. So they're having to take turns getting up there with me. And it don't have a wide enough back for Buster to sit up behind me. The old chair, you get up there and lay out across the back. And that's kind of nice. You lay back, he's right there, Woody beside me and vice versa. But it's nice. I'm glad y'all like the stain, guys. I like it, and everybody that's come in the door liked it. The, the one we talked about doing first, it just didn't turn out like we thought it should. But all right, I think Michelle's got to go. Bye, Michelle. Have a great day, sweetie. And we all fix to be out of here too. Uh, I think the plywood will come out like I wanted it to. I think it's going to be like my cabin look that I want. When I walk in the door, it's just, the wood of that stain makes that wood grain pop. And that's what I want. And this is my cabin, That's what it's called. It's a cabin. When them guys that built it said, we're going to come build you up a cabin, PawPaw. Okay, I'm ready. And they did it quick. Haven't got a hold of Walter on the ramp. People keep asking about the ramp. The ramp's going to be built. Now, if Walter can't get cut loose, we will build a ramp. I can build a ramp myself just to get some help. Go ahead, go see your sister. Have a great day. But it's going to get done. And so many nice suggestions about where to put it and stuff, but I think Walter and I both agree. I think Walter's right. Coming off that back porch and come around to here. Come around. We'll keep it not like right in your face, but at the same time it makes it convenient because it comes right here. Where our little patio area is and everything would be nice. One lady said come off the front and then down the sides. And that's not a bad idea either, not a bad idea either. But we're gonna get the ramp done, and in fact, Ted said he's built ramps before, so if it comes to it, I'll hire Ted. Lester said he's gonna pay for it. Ted, sky's the limit, Ted. Do what you wanna. No, I got a budget. But no, it's gonna get built. Okay, it's gonna get built. Anyway, but we got other things been a priority before that. But we will build that ramp before we move in because we'll use that ramp. I guarantee you, bringing furniture stuff in this house. When it comes from over there to over here, we can haul it over here in a trailer, on a tractor, or whatever, and bring it up a ramp. A lot easier to climb up these stairs with it. Okay. But I'm doing good on the stairs. I'm not real fast, but I come up the stairs pretty good. I think probably make my legs stronger. Might even make them hurt more. All right, guys, our time's about up. I'm gonna have to get off of here because G's got an appointment this morning that she got to pick up groceries, and I'm probably guessing I'm going to be watching little girl until she gets back, and little girl may go with her. Would that be nice? And I got to go to the post down to the mailbox. I got to mail something. Anyway, I love you guys. Y'all take care, and So glad you're here with me on these 3 days a week, and then I got a video every day too, you know. And uh, I don't always do the trikes. Don't always do the trike. That might be the last one we ever do. But I was glad to get it, and didn't necessarily get it for her, but we not gonna tell her that, you know. No. Come Christmas, I'll say, gee, your Christmas out there. I got it for your Christmas, baby. I love you guys. Y'all take care. Have a great day, great weekend. I'm glad I knew today was Friday. Monday, I didn't know what day it was. And who knows what this coming Monday will be. I may wake up thinking it's Wednesday or Thursday. You can't ever tell. I love you guys. Y'all take care. God bless you. And thank you. If you're new on here, thank you. And make sure you come back again and invite your neighbors. And invite those folks out there who might like to have coffee with us on the mornings 3 days a week. May not have nobody else to have coffee with. Don't forget them. I love you guys.